Hello, welcome to new unboxing. Well, in fact, will be a series of video dedicated to a 350mm brushless quadcopter. Well, clearly it's a Phantom clone. This is a new Chinese brand, QW. Well, the original name of this company is Plastic Shenzhen Ship 1. Okay, so this is the QW350. And well, this nice brushless quadcopter, well, clearly a Phantom clone, have nice features including FPV system, so working in 5.8 GHz, and FPV camera, and the remote is also including a small LCD monitor, including of course a video receiver. So there is another features. The remote is not working on 2.4 GHz, it's working on the 433 MHz band, so a lower carrier frequency. So you can expect some longer range control, but in other hand, I'm not sure this product will be certificate in all the countries. Maybe you will need some license for such frequency. Anyway, so here is the box, nice box, and you can notice immediately the copy, the first edition of the DJI Phantom. You can recognize this type of motors, and the shape is on. So what you will find in this quadcopter? Here is the quadcopter itself. So well, I like the design. It's well really similar to a DJI Phantom. You will find the same kind of fit. Okay, very nice landing gear. It's okay. Well, here is the camera. As you can see, it's well, the FPV camera is oriented, targeting the ground. Okay. And well, I will give more detail in this quadcopter in a few instants, but so you can see a very direct copy of the DJI Phantom. So I will return later to this quadcopter. So what also you will find, you will find this remote control. So a basic one. So I was afraid when I received this one. Oh my God, this is a gamepad remote. But finally, you can grab it very easily. The sticks are large. Well, it came in mode 2. You cannot swap between mode 1 and mode 2. Well, maybe inside, but out of the box you cannot mode it. Well, you cannot switch to mode 1. You have two three-way switch buttons. So basically, this left one is to select the flight mode. So one is an upper position, this is a manual flight mode. Okay, one is in this middle one, it's hold position, it's holding this position, altitude hold, sorry. So it's using only compass and barometer, if I'm not wrong, and finally here you are flying in GPS mode. Okay, well, concerning the right sticks, you have this mode, I don't know exactly. There is no headless mode, by the way, but when you are engaging the middle position on the right sticks, you are engaging the return to home, and finally, completely on the bottom position, you are engaging the landing, emergency landing. Okay, so what also you will find, okay, you will find, here, a good feature of this remote, you have a power plug here. Why? Because one in the packet you can find 4 AA format batteries, but they are rechargeable, so it's a lithium battery. So you have to plug the charger provided, and you can charge your remote. This remote is also powering this LCD display. It's 3.5 inch or maybe 4.3, more in wide screen. Well, there is a lot to say about it. I will return also in the remote in a few instants. So what also you will find in the box, you will find this 3S LiPo battery rated 2700 mAh. Well, the discharge rate is 26, maybe a little bit weak, but it's okay, and ending with the XT60 connectors. Okay, correct. The quadcopter comes with 4 props, of course, and a spare props also, 2 clockwise and 2 counterclockwise. Nice. The props are 8-inch, exactly 80-45. The good news, you can install up to 9-inch, okay, not 10 but up to 9. So if you want to increase your flying duration and to extend your payload capacity, you will be able to install, for example, some 90-45 or 90-50 props. So what also come with, if you look to the quadcopter, you have 2 attached system here, one on the rear and this transparent on the front. Okay, so the front one is to mount this type of GoPro camera mount. I already installed the black view casing, black blue Aero 2 casing, okay, to make some footage. Of course, you can plug your gimbal, and on the rear one you can install, and it's providing this kind of clips. So it's very nice because you can, for example, use your smartphone, and you will install, I don't know, well, like this. You will be able to use the camera of your smartphone, and you will be able to fly it with your phone if you don't have a GoPro camera. So that's a good point. Nice features. It comes with this LiPo charger. Okay, you will have to use the 3S balancer plug. Okay, it takes something like 2-3 hours to charge. You have an instruction manual. Well, you have this power adapter. So, well, originally it comes with this type of plug. It's not American socket, I'm not sure. Anyway, so maybe for Europe, at least, I use this. This Emirates. I did a flight in Dubai, and I got this Emirates converter, and I use this one to be able to plug. But this charger is to recharge your remote, so you have to plug like this, and to recharge your transmitter you have to push the switch button in the bottom position. You have 3-way, middle, and to power on your transmitter. Okay, so to charge you have to put this switch in this position. Okay, so and finally what you will find are a small wrench tools to lock your prop locks. You will find a set of spare stickers, if you want to change a little bit the color of your quadcopter, blue or red, and this instruction manual. This one is very disappointing, I will say immediately. You can't find something very understandable out of the box. At least you have the list of the spare parts. But it's very hard. It's Chinglish and direct translation of Google translations. So it's very hard. And in this video and the next one, you will find I will show how to calibrate and something like this. Okay, so let's return to the quadcopter. What I said. You can find the original more design of this DJ Phantom. The motors are 22 types. They are exactly 22 or 12, if I'm not wrong, type. Or I will correct in the video if I'm not wrong. So the prop locks are self-locking. So this is self-tightening. So it's very good. So you just need to use your wrench. Not to tie too much, but it will auto lock, so it's very good. So concerning the FPV camera, it's more or less the field of view. I will estimate it around 110 degrees or 120. So it's pretty good. But my only concern is this angle of targeting. So if you are flying forward, so you will target the ground. Luckily, when I disassemble it, I think it will be not so hard to put it at least in a horizontal position, but you will probably need to cut this upper caps part of this camera hole. That's all. Concerning the battery compartment, of course, you will find the XT60 connector. Well, the free space for the battery bay, in the battery bay, you will look by yourself. you can have something like maybe 1 centimeters in height, so you can probably gain 1 centimeters, but in length not so much. So it's little bit limited by the rear. Okay, on the back, on the rear, this is the control late status system, so you can't really go very deep in the battery bay. So maybe the 2 axes you can gain are a little bit in 8. Okay, if you plan to install maybe a 3000 could be maybe in 8 you can gain, and also maybe little bit in width. Okay, a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 millimeters, not so much more. So well, okay. So when I open the quadcopter, I will show you this small plate here at the bottom. This is the 430 megahertz radio part, radio PCB. And this one, as you can see, you have a black wire ending. This is the 430 megahertz antenna here. Okay. The good news, you have a, I don't know if you can see it, but you have a tiny micro FL connector. So it means that if you want to change this antenna, you just need to unclip this one and clip the new one. Anyway, I think you will stay like this. It's well taped. And I will show also in the other side, because since there is a 4.8 GHz FPV system, you have here on this side you can find these 5.8 GHz video transmitter antennas. This one also is plugged to the video transmitter with a micro FL connector. So if you want, one of the modes I will do is to maybe drill a hole somewhere, I don't know exactly, maybe here, okay, or well, try to be out of the battery bay, and maybe you can drill a small hole here and to install an external connector to install a cloverleaf antenna if you want. Okay, so it could be a possible mode to do with this quadcopter. Well, concerning the video transmitter, this one actually you cannot tune this video frequency. The default video frequency is the 8th frequency of the Boscam band. If I'm not wrong, is 5905. Okay, it's the last one of the Boscam band. Well, it's not really bad news, because when I checked disassemble this quadcopter, I noticed there is you can solder a small switch inside on the PCB. So in order to select one of the 8 frequencies, so it's possible, but you will need to design an installation of this switch to access from the external part of the canopy this switch. Actually, it's not done, but it's possible. So another, if I look closely to the front of this quadcopter, you will find this connector. It's not to plug your gimbal. This is indirectly the FDDI's connector. And the major news I will say now, this quadcopter is hardwicopter compatible. It means that if you can plug FDDI to serial connector ports, you will be able to use the Mission Planner software. And here on this one, you can access to all the parameters of this quadcopter. You have to, it's an obligation, because you have to perform the compass calibration and the accelerometer calibration through this software. And the main problem, they didn't give this cable to connect to your PC. So I designed one. It's not very hard, I will explain. So the black wire is the ground, the red is the plus 5 volt, the blue is the RX, if I am not wrong, and the green is the checks. Okay, so you will need all the 4 last one, so green, blue, red, and black, to connect your to this quadcopter, to this laptop or your PC. So I designed this cable. I got some spare 1.25 millimeters mini GST connector. So I plug a female one into a male one, and I use some nail polish to indicate it that I have to connect from the top right, from the right to the left, so the last element like this. Okay, don't plug on the first. You have 5 connectors here. I use this 4 pine. I don't have a 5 direct connector, mini JC connector, so I use this one. Okay, I designed my own, but I think you can find directly a 5 position mini JC 1.5mm connector, and it will be much more easier. Okay, so like this, I'm able to connect through an FDDI interface to the laptop. Okay, so it's great, and I will show you in another video how to perform compass calibration and accelerometer calibration. So you have to, okay, it's very important. If you engage the GPS mode, you risk a fly away. So it's not just a gadget, you have to, and the main problem, they don't give this cable. It's just a shame. And all the rest is so good, I don't understand. And it's an obligation to perform the compass calibration. Okay, so this is really the bad points. Okay, my measure one of this quadcopter, they didn't give this stupid cable. My second one is maybe you cannot select one of the Boscam frequency band here, but you have to solder by yourself a connector inside. And the third one is the camera is targeting the ground, so you have to mode also. So now I will look to the remotes. Wow! Oh my God! I'll explain to you that the manual, the instruction manual. First of all, this is very basic. You can find it, and if you read carefully at the page 14, you read blah blah blah. Hovering mode is essentially constant height and pressure plus compass orientation. Blah 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 blah. You need to recalibrate the compass. Please see the advanced user manual. But they didn't give it. It's a shame. You don't have the advanced manual. So I chat to through Alibaba to one seller of this quadcopter, and finally they give me in Chinese. This is why I understood this is Arduino based and so on. Well, so of course, concerning the remote, you don't have almost anything about it. Well, so now I will look to the more. You have 2 small switch behind. I'm not reading Chinese, but this one, the completely on the right one, is to initialize the lithium mode of the remote. It's written that you have to press once, at least once, in order maybe to recharge your battery. Well, by the way, I was able to charge directly. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong somewhere. I think the most important is this left one in red. I think this is to enter in bind mode. Okay. So in the remote, in the quadcopter, I show you in last 3 minutes the receiver, and on the top you can access by disassembling the top canopy. You have a bind button too. So I guess by pressing the both buttons in the same time, you can redo the binding procedure. I think it's like this. It's not trivial. Oh, and one point about disassembling. I found that it's very easy to access to the electronic. You just need to unscrew 1, 2, 3, 4 screws per arms. Okay, you have to remove also the props. But only 16 props to remove. It's very easy, and you can access very easily to the electronics. The build, I was impressed by the build quality. For such cheap quadcopter, everything is very clean. You will see on my photos. So one very good point, the internal quality build of all the electronics. The AAC are more or less a copy of Phantom 1, and as you can see also the motor also. So I guess they are strictly identical spare. So if you need the spare parts, probably you can directly use a DJI Phantom spare parts. And actually, they didn't announce any spare parts available, so it's a way to have alternative. So now I will return to this transmitter, sorry to this ping pong. Well, I described the function of the stick and the switch. As you can see, there is no port switch, for example, to control a gimbal. It's a bad point. But when I disassembled it, I saw two unpopulated connectors. Amazing that you will be able to install a port on this one and to clips on the PCB board of the remote. I hope to. You have to be investigated. So, by the way, you have to turn on the remote, and when it's turned on, you can turn on the LCD display. You will see a blue, okay? And well, I will also power up the quadcopter, just to give you an indication. And as told you that it's quadcopter based, it means also, and another good news, you have also a fantastic OSD inside. I think it's a mini OSD included. So for $350, you have an amazing FPV 350 quadcopter, including I don't know. Okay, now you have the image. So the first time you are running it, you don't have any OSD information. So sometimes you will need to disconnect the quadcopter, and you will see that when I will replug, you will have the OSD appearing. You say booting, flying tiger, it's booting up, and now it will display the OSD information. So you have a real information. So you can read the strengths of the radio signal. So I'm very close. I'm already capturing up to 5 satellites. So the number of satellites here, the main LiPo informations. You have the compass here, and you have the disarm, because of course it's disarm. Here I can't remember well which one. You have the name of the flight. Well, all the different elements, the altitude and so on, the speed, etc. And well, you have an OSD, and you can enter to the menu by pressing this central button. And here by default it's in Chinese. So the first here, okay. So you have to press menu and the first. You can switch to the Chinese. Okay, so you have to press English and press again to validate. Okay, like this menu, and you can alternate. By default, it was in the Chinese like this. Okay, so you have to press menu is returned to English. Okay, so you navigate through the top panel by this left upper and second button like this, from left to right or right to left. Okay, so the good news also, on the side of this LCD, you have a mini micro SD card port, so you can insert, and it's working. You can record your FPV flight. It's just great, amazing. So well, but it's not so great. First of all, the record resolutions of your FPV is not a pure PAL or NTSC format. It's exactly 720 by 260 or something like this, or 288. So very large band, but not so much in height. Okay. Anyway, you can record, at least you can record your FPV flights, so that's good. So how to proceed? You can take pictures also. Okay, so as you can see, the LCD quality is not fantastic. You know, it means that in real sunlight condition, you can't see anything. So you need to install a sunshade. Anyway, you can see the field of view. It's not bad. It's something like 110 degrees, I would say. Okay, so definitively it's good. I don't know the output power of the video transmitter, but I assume something like 200 milliwatts. Okay. Anyway, so I will show the magic trick. I spent a lot of time to find it. So first, if you want to record, so you go to this menu, and by default you select record by pressing menu. Okay. They say, do you want to reformat the SD card? You have to say yes. It's formatting. Okay, but the next time when you press menu, oops, sorry. okay, like this. Now it's recording. You have on the top left record flashing, so it's recording, okay. But if you can press, you cannot exit from the recording. How to proceed? Wow, the magic trick is to press the up button while in the same time to press the second one, and it's stop recording. Okay, I spent 1 hour to find this trick, and it's the same to exit from the photo mode, because you can take photos, for example. Okay, you can take pictures like this, and you can navigate. I took some photos, but you cannot exit except if you press this up button and the second one. Wow, it's not written absolutely in the documentation, of course. Okay, so well, the aeric sensitivity of this linear sticks is not fantastic. Oh, you have the type of connector. Maybe I will stop the FPV transmission now. You saw it. So you have probably need to be confirmed a blue screen when the signal is a little bit getting low, so it's not a really good point. But you have you can install a cloverleaf, and this connector is blah blah blah. I guess it's a RP SMA. Okay, and one other concern you have is here a small button is to cycle between the 8 frequency of the bus can band. So by default it's 8. I told you you can. It's hard coded in the quadcopter, so you have to be in 8. But if you manage to install a switch, a mini switch, 3-position switch in your quadcopter, you will be able to select the frequency in your VRX by this button. Okay. Well. What I can say more? Well, you have to eclipse the LCD, nothing more. The LCD is not very efficient on the day condition. You will need to install a sunshade like this. The good news, if you have your own goggles, it's perfect. So my concern about the remote, you don't have any port switch to control a gimbal. Even if your flying control board can accept, I saw a free port to control your gimbal. So anyway, so maybe it can be installed by modding. And my second concern is the no sunshade in these LCD monitors. You can record the FPV flight, but only in 720 by 288, something like this. Well, the documentation is strange to navigate. The menu and navigation of this LCD monitor is not obvious. Well, anyway, I like the remote, by the way. And the duration of the batteries is very good, so you can handle 2-3 hours on this type of battery without any problems. Okay, so I think I ended this first. Well, no, I will just show something on the laptop. I said that it's possible to connect. I will just show you how to connect on the. So I will try to show on my laptop, just to show it's possible. I'm not saying stupidities. So I will connect this connector. I use some polished nails painting. Oh, sorry. I have to bind it. Okay, it's absolutely not a very good job I did, but okay. Now it will be able. It's connected, so I will take it carefully, and well, I will connect to my laptop. Here is my laptop. Okay, I will plug to the computer, and in any case, you will need to connect also the batteries. Okay, you cannot run mission planner software without the without connecting the battery. Okay, now you go to the software mission planner system, and you go to, by default you select your COM port. Mine is 19. the speed mode 115-200 baud and go to connect, and is connecting and is retrieving all the parameters of the quad. You can see on the link it's flashing and is retrieving at this speed. Okay, and voila, I'm locating perfectly on Google Map, and if I move the quadcopter, you can see it's working, no problem at all. So yeah, so it's working, and you can do the compass calibration by going to mandatory hardware. For example, you can go to accelerate, you do the acceleration calibration here, I will do a video, and the compass also here, okay. So, well, anyway, I think I will show you have different elements, no problem. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will do a special video about this calibration. Bye-bye.